I am Spirit Cave.
Come closer, let me tell you my secrets.
I've been silenced too long. It's time to tell you my story, the story of our past, of the ancient ones who have gone before us.
Long before nations were nations and Nevada was Nevada, before the continents and stars were given names, long before the pyramids of Egypt were constructed, Spirit Caveman walked this earth.
No one found me for a long time. I waited in silence for over 10,000 years to reveal my secrets, until finally in 1940, archaeologists Sidney and Georgia Wheeler were hired by the Nevada State Park Commission to explore caves near Grimes Point, Fallon, Nevada.
They began peeling back layers of time. About 10,630 years ago, the body of a man wrapped in matting and in a rabbit fur robe was buried inside me.
My gifts of history were stored in the basement of the Nevada State Museum until now.
In 1990, a federal law requires federal agencies to examine museum collections and determine if my remains are affiliated with modern tribes.
Amy Dancy and Donald Toohey re-examined contents from my cave.
New technology reveals the Spirit Cave mummy is about 9,400 carbon 14 years old.
The tests were done by Richard Berkey, California State Polytechnic University, Pomona.
Olds and Sutherland's classes presented at the 28th Anthropological Conference in Elko with Dr. Berkey.
Sharon Long, forensic artist who did the facial reconstructions of Spirit Caveman and Wizard Beachman, came to their classes.
Sharon Long shows the students how scientific reconstructions are done. Sharon brings Wizard's Beachman. This is Sharon Long reconstructing Spirit Caveman and Wizard Beachman in her studio.
These reconstructions remain hidden in the Nevada State Museum basement, even though they were paid for by our tax dollars.
Ready, go.
Go.
Okay, on this skull, this is a skull model. It's not a real skull. This was given to me by Sharon Long, and this is a skull model of a woman who lived about 6,000 years ago. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to take the skull measurements using this skull. We're going to start at the top of the head. Everybody put their hand on the top of their head. And then we're going to follow it down to the base of the skull where it comes into your neck. So everybody touch that part of your head. Okay, so does everybody see those measurements? Okay, great.
First, when we watched the movie yesterday, we were going to put the clay right here, right, Katie?
Mm-hmm, good.
Oh, let's put it here. Okay. Yeah.
These were out in the hall. Someone thought they'd belong to someone in here. What are they? Lavada, squigglies with hearts. All right there. Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay. Next piece goes. Where, Kitty? The next piece?
Right here.
Right here, yeah.
That one was supposed to be a little piece though.
Now remember, this is exactly how Sharon Long did the recreations of Spirit Caveman skull and Wizard Beachman skull and many others. So an artist is using her imagination to see what that skull may have.
Put it right
Remember to roll it.
there.
Like she said.
Yeah, roll it.
All views are presented. Students learn about the scientists involved and their contributions.
In 2003, students presented at the National Science Teachers Association Convention in Reno. Who's this? Bill Nye, the science guy.
They also learn about American Indian cultures and teach other students.
Who was he? Who are his people? Does religion and politics hinder scientific inquiry?
Even top scientists are asking these questions.
After 3 years of research, the Sutherlands finally found me.
Frank Mullen, an investigative reporter from the Reno Gazette-Journal, takes a trip with Sutherland and Olds along with some of their students to visit me. They were respectful and just took photographs. Mullen created a virtual museum on the internet.
Sutherland's take a trip to the East Benson County Museum in Kennewick, Washington to visit Sutherland's and Olds' class display. This museum displays all views on our complex ancient history.
Sutherland and Olds meet Donald Toohey.
2006, Debbie Sutherland was honored in the Who's Who among America's teachers.
Vivian Olds is one of the 2 finalists for the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science, the nation's highest honor for K-12 teachers.
In a similar case, the Kennewick Man case, 2 courts ruled the Kennewick Man is not a Native American as the term is defined in the Native American Graves and Repatriation Act.
Although the court has not yet ruled on the question of the repatriation of Spirit Cave mummy, the issues are similar.
Spirit Caveman has been in court since 1997. The court will eventually sort these complicated issues out.
I am Spirit Cave. Thank you for sharing my story in this journey through time. I have much more to tell. Don't be afraid to listen.